We're just going to keep doing this all morning now?
You're not letting this vibration into your soul. You. Okay?
It's the Jack
And Kathy
Show.
Shit Show.
And there we go.
Yeah, how was that?
Okay,
Did you like
I
that
think
one?
I think if yeah.
Okay. This is the key of F. This is a love.
Love. Is it the key
Isn't
of F?
that lovely? Yes.
It is the key of F.
Yes.
That is lovely. Let's do sound effects then. We'll do since we're back doing our podcast, let's do sound effects. My turn. Want me to pull your finger? How come you're looking at the camera again? You do that a lot.
I'm just looking at my outfit and my ruffles and stuff. So,
You notice what I didn't do for this setup? I don't have two cameras for each one of us.
we don't have to clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
We don't have to. It takes a little editing away from me for the moment because it's been a while. We haven't recorded a podcast since April. Or posted
And it's the
one.
middle
And we
of
recorded
August.
2 with friends, with Pam and Gordy and Aaron and Ron, and those are still sitting in what we proverbially in the business call the can. They're sitting
in the can.
I haven't had a chance to do it.
Yeah.
Do you want to catch everybody up? First of all, it's early morning. It's 6
Oh my
o'clock.
gosh.
6 o'clock in the morning. We just finished a massively intense.
Stop it. Not true. Not true. Don't listen to him.
It wasn't intense?
We have not recorded since
April
May.
something.
I mean, we haven't posted since
posted
April
since
something,
April,
but
yeah.
we truly haven't recorded since probably May.
Correct.
And we significantly fell off the podcast wagon. And we have our reasons because we were finishing the house, sold the house, bought a condo in Chicago, moved into 2 places. We still have, like right now, I can reach and touch a cardboard box. It's been
Well, I was hoping you would write
chaos.
something on our chalkboard here. Could you do that?
I can.
I think that'd be great. I'll talk while you write. Just like, welcome back to the shit show or something, intellectual like that.
Oh, you want me to do it right now?
Yeah, 'cause it's got to be for the thing. You know what's interesting? I think what has to be noted, and you tell me if you feel the same way with what I'm about to say, is that you would think that we'd be able to. So it's interesting. People might now be listening to the podcast and going, "Oh, I thought they died," which is fine. But I don't think they realize what goes into the podcast. And the moment we got done in April and we decided to list the house, the studio went away.
Yeah, we
So
had
that's
to pack it all up.
That's a big part of it. We literally had to put away the studio.
Right.
And so we thought about, well, where do we set up a temporary one? Do we hold microphones? Do we do it like our first podcast where we just sit on the couch? And then we realized,
Sit in bed and eat sandwiches.
well, that always got us in trouble. That's a Seinfeld episode, by the way, where George is in bed with a woman and he brings a sandwich into bed. And she's like,
Is that why you say that to me?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
George is fooling around with a woman and every once in a while he takes his head out from under the covers and grabs a sandwich bites.
I do remember that episode now.
It's so funny.
That's so
He's like,
funny.
oh, pastrami.
Oh my God.
Anyway, to be sure, it's 2 things. It was truly a physical reason, meaning the house was ready for sale or getting ready. We were wrapping up the bedroom to the very last second before we sold it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were spending every waking moment thinning out the house like you do before a sale.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We made donation runs to Goodwill. We took a bunch of household items to restore a ton. Wouldn't you love to know
Where
the
they
journey of where those landed? We had beautiful doors and
yeah, we had sliding doors that we didn't use. We had my old barn door headboard that I made.
yeah.
we must have made probably 5 trips to restore, but loaded up the back of the pickup truck.
Yes.
Completely full. I mean,
Yeah.
things sticking out like we called ourselves Sanford and Son.
Truly. Truly.
But my point is, the physical part of the podcast became a challenge because the house had to be pristine.
Mm-hmm.
And the thought of having to set up, tear down, especially when we might have visitors or all those other expectations you have when you're selling the house.
Right.
I don't mean friend visitors. I mean
Showings.
Showings, yeah. Showings.
For
Better way to
potential
say
buyers.
it.
Yeah. Yep.
And so there was that physical piece of it. It was how the fuck are we going to pull this off, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then it was the emotional.
Yeah.
All right, we truly, I mean, these are good problems to have, right?
Yeah.
But we truly would get up in the morning, work on the house, do our regular jobs, and then at night work on the house, and then also try to finish the house. My favorite memory is that we were a week away from launch of selling the house, and we still didn't have a sink in our primary bathroom.
Yeah, we had to delay we had to delay going live for showings because our bathroom countertop was delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were installing all this shit ourselves too.
And that was part of the method of trying to hustle it along, is not waiting another 2 or 3 weeks for their installer. Just saying, can we come pick up the chunk of granite, please?
Right.
And so had to sign a waiver and but went and picked up the stone ourselves, and you installed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was terrified too when I went to pick it up because that thing was not light.
No.
And I'm going to get hit.
They even said on the phone, do you have someone helping you to bring this in?
I did it all by myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm strong.
You are strong like bull.
Very strong like bull. And my testicles like bull. It's swinging.
Well,
Really?
Yes, my love.
Unreal.
Should we tell everybody about your burgeoning acting career?
No, and no. No,
Okay,
we're not
stay
talking about
tuned.
it.
Uh-huh.
We're not going to do any commercial breaks this time around because, believe it or not, I don't feel like doing it. I
Okay.
don't feel like producing it because normally I'd
It's
say
okay.
this is a good time for a break.
We're jumping back on the horse, trying to get into a flow. I like our little podcast setup. We have 1 camera instead of 3.
We might have 3 though by next time.
We might have 3 by next time.
But do you mind using the bedroom? So can we just tell everyone where we've, like, this would be a good time for me to say, hey, when we get back, we're going to kind of tell you why we've been gone for so long. So let's just do it anyway.
Do it anyway.
All right.
It's up to you. You are the editor.
When we get back, we'll tell you what we've been doing and what we went through physically and emotionally. So we'll be right back in.
Oh, boy.
We'll be right back in. Say it. 2
and 2.
And
We're back.
we're back. So talk to the people.
Talk to the people. Lots going on, babe.
Just working?
Honey,
What?
abort.
It's not working?
Abort. No, there's nothing there. Do you think it's a magic pen or something?
Hold on. It's not working either. What the hell?
Okay.
Well, our chalkboard is empty if you're watching YouTube. Okay, so we had a neighbor whose house went up for sale out of nowhere to the south of us. Let's tell the evolution of why we've disappeared.
Out of nowhere. To us, it was out of nowhere, and it sold for a very, very good price. And then a neighbor to the north sold for a very, very
out of
good
nowhere.
price.
Kind of out of nowhere. Both were.
Yeah, we knew the one to the north was coming because we saw everybody. We knew the gentleman passed away. We saw them preparing the house. They put on a new roof, and it needed a lot of work.
And then there was a house across the street that was
a
gone.
house across the street and popped up, and so it was 3 houses, which in the world of real estate, your comps are everything. And so we decided it was a very good time to capitalize on selling the house.
Well,
interest rates weren't coming down.
Yeah, do you mind explaining that a little bit more when you say comps are everything?
comparisons. When you have when you're trying to price a property, you look at what has sold that is very similar in the area to try to find an appropriate price for the house.
I think I meant more this way. Why would that cause us to want to sell? Were comps showing in coming down?
Money.
That's right.
Yes.
The comps were coming through that. So when we first got this house, I gave you a price tag of what we could sell it for if we fixed it up based upon the changes we knew we had to make, right? Because we got this house for a song. It was structurally okay. I hate the term, good bones.
Well, maybe you don't say it like that, but it's true. It did have good bones. It had good windows. It had a good roof.
Let's
it
do
had
it this
great
way.
mechanicals.
Let's be adults. Let's stop cliches.
I love cliches. I'm going to speak only in cliches today.
Or idioms. It had the least amount of big ticket items to fix.
As Kathy says, that's all unsexy money to spend.
Beautiful. I like that better.
Sexy money is like when you get to redo the kitchen and
that's right.
In
a
bathrooms
bikini,
and make it all sexy and pretty.
In a bikini.
And those basics are the unsexy things. The roof, the windows, all of that.
Do you know what's nice? We haven't done
hot.
It's very hot in here. You know what's nice? We haven't done a podcast in 3 months and you're still ignoring me. It's beautiful. When I say little things like in a bikini. Did you hear it even?
Yeah. No.
So
you probably shouldn't say it because I missed it.
But you're right. They were unsexy. There are sexy things and unsexy things. And the last thing you want when you're rehabbing a house is a lot of your income going toward those unsexy things because that just gets the house functional.
Right.
So this house was remarkably functional.
Yep.
Except for a few things outside. We need to fix the gutter system. We need to do gutters. Mm-hmm. That's unsexy. And we needed the back porch. Because there was no staircase, a staircase to nowhere, right? That was unsexy money.
Yep.
But getting back to comps, the numbers were through the roof of our neighbors. And you and I had said we thought we could get X for the house when we bought it. Mm-hmm. And now we were realizing we could get X plus 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 plus. Correct? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think we did well. I think our thought process and our timing was exactly what we thought it would be.
Yeah, we had to get we saw the houses going for what they were going for, and we're like, we got to sell it now. We have got to.
Yeah, we were almost panicked, don't you think?
Yeah, that's why we were shit to one another.
Yeah. And then, it was a very challenging time. That was probably another reason why we weren't so excited to set up the podcast stuff. Is
you think we didn't like one another?
For sure. It was stressful. This whole thing was very stressful. We butted heads quite a bit. You want to talk about that?
Go ahead.
Well, it was very emotional. So it was stressful in terms of getting all the logistical things done and getting the house ready, and every day, every moment was spent working on that, right? So that's
and describe so meanwhile we're cleaning up a house, we're thinning out the house, we're taking things to different charitable organizations. We're selling things outright. We sold the washer and dryer, that kind of stuff, right?
We did that too.
And then, meanwhile, during all this, our primary bedroom, because you don't call it a master bedroom anymore. So you don't even call it masturbation now, you call it primary bastion.
Okay.
That was pretty good.
Jack is awake. Beware.
But our primary bedroom, to stay along those ways of saying it, was covered in plastic because we had gutted and expanded the bathroom.
Yeah, the way we were living was very stressful, is what you're describing to me. So yeah, you'd get up in the middle of the evening to go to the bathroom, and you'd step on drywall dust and chunks of something and then pass through the plastic curtain, and then go down the hallway because the master was being worked on. It was all a lot.
Well, that's what I mean. So downstairs it was beautiful and nice, and meanwhile upstairs it was a train wreck.
Yeah.
And so we couldn't even go into our own bed to sleep at night. And the other bedrooms, we had to leave pristine because we were terrified of disrupting the house and prep for sale. So, and the other bedrooms, quite frankly, too, were also holding spots for tools.
Yes.
Is all the stress coming back to you now?
It's interesting because, yeah, you forget, right? So as you reminisce, it does kind of bring up some stress again.
You're twitching.
But it was, yeah, right? Left eye. Yeah, so I mean, for our relationship, it was very stressful. I think we were shorter with each other. We were, and even though we knew this was the right thing to do, we were also sad to let the house go. We have spent the last 3 years working our asses off. I mean, our relationship knows very little outside of fixing that house up.
Yeah.
We were together
9 months.
basically, yeah, not even a year before we bought that house together.
Right.
And then our relationship was also built while we built this house.
It is a very cute analogy, though.
It really is, because parts of it were probably destroyed at times as we remodeled,
Our relationship.
Like same with our relationship.
Yeah.
Things were very challenging and broken down and then rebuilt and stronger than ever and prettier than ever,
Yeah.
And so to let go of it was because everybody we know, our friends, our family, everybody is like, oh my God, why are you guys selling the house?
It was, you have to admit.
This is a great house. Even the kids are like, I really liked that house, even though none of them live here and barely come to visit.
Barely came to visit. Love that.
I mean, your daughter, our son-in-law,
Alex and Sam came more
and
frequently.
grandbaby came more than anybody.
Correct.
Thank you guys. Duly noted and appreciated.
Very much so. Your parents, I would say, would be second on the list.
Yeah, and Dennis and Carol,
Dennis
they
and
live
Carol,
in town, but of course the out-of-town kids really didn't make it here that much. But yeah, so we had this resistance from that side, and I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, it's fair to say you and I had our doubts too, whether we should be leaving and selling. Yeah. And
can I just pivot for a second?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I jump in?
No.
Or were you on a roll with something that you wanted to say?
I think I was on a roll, but
Keep going then.
No, go.
I'll remember.
Go. I don't remember now.
Oh,
so
great.
go.
I think it's a perfect analogy on how our relationship grew. The house changed because you and I had good bones together.
We did. Yeah. We had a good foundation.
We did.
Yeah.
We
had strong windows, good mechanicals.
Yeah.
A good roof.
I remember when I fixed up a house in Downers Grove that everybody loved.
Yeah.
And the kids especially loved. And Alex, in fact, had wished we still had the house because they'd probably buy it from me now to move into it. It would have been a nice heirloom, so to speak, to pass on, right? And I remember the reason I sold the house, as you know, and we probably talked about in the podcast, is because a relationship broke up. And I felt devastated. And so the house felt empty now, even though the person never lived there. This isn't worth it. What's more interesting, though, is I was going to Linda at the time, my therapist. Mm-hmm. And she was the one that kept level setting me. So this is my question to you, is this big setup. Linda kept saying, you said you bought the house to sell it. You said you bought the house to sell it. That this was a great investment, that you got it for a really low amount. And now the market is ripe. And it was the start of the heart of the market exploding. Right? And so I made a lot of money on that house, gross wise, a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And I still get emotional over it, right? I'll look at it sometimes and go, oh man, it would have been a great place. And you and I had actually met when I was selling the house, right? That's the first time we met.
Just after you were moving into an apartment.
Correct. In Arizona. I was leaving.
Oh,
that's the first time we met.
Yeah, that I didn't count that one. I thought the real meeting.
You do. You got to count that.
We didn't meet.
I know, but we connected.
Okay, connected via the app.
Where I'm going with this is that as emotional as it was to leave the house, the Curtis house. I now look back on it and go, had I not left it, I wouldn't be financially where I am. Certainly wouldn't have met you, right? All these wonderful things unfolded. And you said last night in the car as we drove past the old Wisconsin house that we just fixed up, how we were both thinking, oh, should we do this? And it was, don't you agree that it was truly at least more for me, I think, than you, a real tug at whether or not we should do this. And yet, what did you say in the car as we drove past it?
I said, it's very clear to me that selling this house closed a door.
Closed a door, you said. Yeah,
a
just
door. One door.
Right.
Literally and figuratively.
Yep.
But because of its sale, we are able to see and feel how 10 doors have opened.
10 at least.
Yeah.
It's been crazy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I don't regret selling the house. I definitely would like to make this space more livable, this where we are right now, because I still could see
But
boxes
why?
and crap everywhere, and it's anxiety producing in its own way. But I'm excited to focus on other things. The house was truly something that took time, energy, and money to build. It paid forward for us in a huge way. And and I think we are starting to feel the momentum happening in our lives together as well as separately, professionally, in other directions. And that feels very exciting and fun as well. And it's very clear that that energy is just moving in a different direction because it's not spent on the house anymore. And that's exciting. That's it's fun. And
do you remember, now to go recycle, I'm sorry, I thought you were giving me a pause to enter in. Were you going to say something?
no, go ahead.
Okay. Well, you said it's fun. There was a pause there. I don't know if you were giving me a window because you were tailing off on your thoughts.
Go for it.
When we first met, first met,
On the dating app when we
I don't
just
mean the very first one. I mean when we first started
texts?
dating. We really started dating.
Truly in person.
Yeah. We started looking at condos in Chicago. Do you remember? And we had talked about, because I was potentially going to buy a house in Downers Grove to put a second floor on and really rehab and put a couple $100,000 into and then sell it for, because remember the numbers said if I got it for X, I could sell it for $1 million. Remember all that? And then they just wouldn't get to the number I needed them to get to. And then we started looking at condos in the city for shits and giggles. Remember that? And then we said, we need a summer of just fun getting to know one another. Do you remember all this?
Sure.
And then next thing you know, April rolls around and we had talked about having a summer of fun, just the two of us.
And we did the opposite.
We did the exact opposite. And all of a sudden
bought
this
a
house
house.
pops up in April. I moved to Wisconsin. I leave all of my family and friends. And then next thing you know, this major journey starts. And it was admittedly a massive fucking struggle for me.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
I do.
And so isn't it funny that we went from this place of we should just have fun to this house that almost caused us to split? You would agree with that, right? We had moments where we were where we were truly questioning if we have the strength to go through with this.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Deep down inside, I feel we always loved one another.
No doubt.
And we didn't know if that was enough.
Right.
Right? Is that the best way to say it? That
Yeah.
we'd always
We
care
had
for
our
and love one
moments.
another, but
Yeah.
maybe we're better as individuals.
Right.
It wasn't that we wanted somebody else. Would you agree with that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because would you also agree that when you get to be our age and you've had some time alone post-divorced, that you get comfortable being by yourself?
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't escape the loneliness,
Right.
but you get comfortable with being alone.
1,000%. Yeah.
And so isn't it ironic then, this is the full circle story I'm bringing. I find it amazing that we've been having so much more fun now. That when you say it opened several doors, not just one, our car busted down on the road. We were going to try to keep the GTI girl as long as we could. She died literally on the
Let's
highway.
take a moment.
going 75, 80 miles an hour. She just went, I'm done.
My 2012 Volkswagen GTI, black, leather interior, 6-speed, beautiful.
Hauled ass.
She
80
was a
miles an hour
good
on
girl.
294 or 94, just said, I'm done.
Had her for 13 years,
Yeah.
and then she died on the highway and had a hole in her engine, and it was all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Truly
had
went from 80 to 30.
190,000 miles
Yep.
on it. Yeah.
But
So
it got,
Kathy needed a new car.
and we had been researching cars, and we could tell that story under another podcast. I think that'd be a fun
Mm-hmm.
podcast to talk just about the car and your experience. Would that be okay to do that, or does that seem...
Of course, well, I don't think it's a whole podcast, but
It could
maybe.
be part of one. But
Yeah.
anyway, the sale of the house got us the car. Sale of the house, then out of nowhere, we had been keeping an eye on condos in Chicago. Truly a pinky toe.
Yeah,
in
we
the
hadn't
water,
we hadn't gone to
proverbially.
look at anything for a while, and we had been strongly looking at something in Chicago. You wanted an investment property,
Correct.
and ideally we would be able to Airbnb it, but very few buildings in Chicago, condo buildings, allow Airbnb, and so you have to really
Not
find
as much anymore.
You have to
correct,
find
yeah.
more of a townhouse where you buy the entire
Right.
townhouse, so you don't have
Right. Right.
condo rules and such.
Right,
But
right.
anyway, so one day after not looking at much, you're like, "Hey, look at this place," and
And we hadn't sold our house yet.
no, it's a studio. So really, just Murphy bed in the living room. Studio. It's really a glorified hotel on the 30th floor. Big balcony facing south.
Yeah.
You can see the water.
Well, where is it?
Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park. It literally
Which,
across from the
for
zoo.
anybody that knows Chicago, Lincoln Park is glorious, and you're right on the water. So we have, you stand in the place and you look left to the lake, and then you watch the sun travel all day till it sets on the city on the right.
It's fucking sick.
And it is stunning and special, and
we're
we
gonna-
put an offer in
right.
on it.
Well, and that's the funny part is we didn't have
And
the
we got
house
it.
sold.
No.
But let me continue this. For all of you looking at real estate investment, you should talk to us because we're pretty good at it. Because we had fixed up the home so much, we got an appraisal, got a home equity line of credit that bought the house, that truly paid for the house.
Bought the condo.
Bought the condo.
Yeah.
So we're still fixing up our house to sell it. We get the appraisal back. Your jaw drops
Yes.
because the appraisal comes in almost double what we bought for the house. Right? And then we went, well, shit, let's get a car. Let's get a condo. And it's amazing how, do you feel we've been happy as fuck since or no? Since
Yes,
the sale of
we've
the house?
been very happy as we've settled into all of these things and got past the logistics of the move, which is never fun to
That
do.
was brutal.
We truly are settling into things, and the Chicago place is a joyful place. We've been having a blast down there.
Yeah.
My joke is that we are when we go down there, we live as if we're wealthy and retired, and we're neither of those. Neither. And it's just a really
It's our summer
fun
home. It's
place.
our lake house.
And for my husband, who is from Chicago,
Yeah.
you have a piece of home
Yeah.
back in your life.
Yeah.
And my son and his two friends came over and swam with us and hung out on this past Saturday. And then Alex and Sam and the baby came. We took public transportation to the Sox game, and then they came over and we went swimming at the
Yeah.
kind of, and it all of that is so wonderful and feels so right. That it really, so when we reflect back on the sale of the house, we can see how those many doors are opening and how the gift of selling that house has been paying forward in these many ways.
And it comes full circle to us having a summer of fun.
Yeah.
And it has helped our relationship.
Yeah.
It has allowed you to focus on your career. Neither one of us could really focus on our careers. Would
No.
you agree with that?
1,000%.
We were doing our work to get through, but it was hard to focus on the career when you truly had to step over materials that you're
Right.
working on, it was hard, and yet, and I'm glad we did it, and I'm glad we fought for one another. That's a big thing. I'm glad we fought for was one another. We deep in our soul felt this was.
we had a couple of moments where both of us were shaking our head, going, "I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I mean, I think it's right, but this moment is really stressing the shit out of us." And then something gives in those fights, just like, you feel like the tension is so great you can't imagine releasing it, and then something, this is an analogy in my mind, just like pops and it dissipates. Something gives. And we come together again. And every time we've had a fight, and some of the fights are pretty small and short-lived, the disagreements or the headbutting or the resistance between each other. But some of them have been doozies.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really awesome that we have fought through those.
I think it's a testament to how we knew we had a good foundation between the two of us. We knew we had found something really solid, and we weathered water in the basement type analogies, right?
Yeah.
Between the two of us, or something not working at the house.
If we're drawing house analogies to our relationship.
Yeah, it's the things that can go wrong that can really stress you out. It's funny, now to kind of maybe even close this discussion. While everyone told us not to sell the house because they loved it, truly everyone said, "I can't believe you're getting rid of this
what
house.
are you doing? You guys
Why are you
worked so
doing
hard."
it?
Because
You
everybody
worked so
watched
hard.
how hard we spent, how hard we worked, and how much money we spent. And the house was beautiful.
It truly was a stunning transformation we made of that
Yes.
house, and I'm very proud of us. And to have the buyer's contractor, because they wanted to do a few things, call us and compliment us on the house. We thought they were calling to complain about something. They called to go, "Holy shit, how did you do all these things?" It's a huge compliment to, by and large, amateurs, right? When I say amateurs, we're not on HGTV, though we could be. I really feel we could be.
Yes.
My bigger point is this. One of the other things that everyone said, in addition to don't sell the house because it's so beautiful and enjoy living in it. By the way, what time is it, babe?
It is basically 7, honey.
Okay. Because I got to catch the train to Chicago soon. How about that?
Yeah.
They also said something that I feel we should take to heart. And it's come up, in fact, because there was another house that we went to go see in a town that we want to live in Wisconsin, that we could build a duplex. We could rehab a duplex, and it's beat to shit. We couldn't even live in it. We'd have to start working on it right away. And we told someone what we thought the price would be. And now we both are kind of saying, and maybe I'm putting this in the universe and it's going to come back to haunt us. But we've both said we don't know if we want another project right now, because the other thing that everyone has said is this: you guys need to take a break. Do you feel the same way? Are you going, I don't know if I want to take on another project in the same way again? We're torn, right?
Well, I'm especially torn because you, my love, were very adamant for a long time that you did not on any level want me to think or want us to decide to stay in this condo where we are right now.
Yeah.
For any length of time.
It's a
this
retirement
place
home, this condo.
that this place is miserable and it's not home and it's not comfortable for you, and correct? I'm not exaggerating.
Not exaggerating at all.
So
I was
I'm
quite
hesitant to say to you that I was okay with the idea that we'd be staying here for a while. Because I did always look at this as, yes, it's not ideal, but it also is giving back. We have very little overhead right now.
To be sure, the condo that we live in, for everyone listening, the condo that we live in is a property you had prior to meeting me.
Yes.
And it was a rental property for you. It's a 3-bedroom,
Yes.
2-bath condo. It's nice, great location. It's a rental property that we
So we
use as
gave up the
supplemental
income we
Right.
had from renting this place
But
out.
you own it outright, so there's no big
Correct.
overhead.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so we right now are living in 2 different places, 2 different cities,
For less than it
for
costs us
less
to live
than what
in.
it costs to live in
Right.
the house.
Right.
And it's serving a great purpose, and that's how I look at it. And you know, if I'm going to make a list of pros and cons, one of the pros to living here for a while is we get to do some upgrades to the place.
It needs it.
And then someday when it gets rented again, those things will be done.
That's right.
And so that too is it really is all about perspective, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. I agree
Yeah.
with you. Getting back to my question, how do you feel about taking on another property? That's what I mean.
Very hesitant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why are you hesitant? I'm curious.
Because I'm enjoying focusing on work.
Yep.
I'm enjoying going back and forth between Chicago and here.
Yep.
I'm enjoying playing with you more and not
Yep.
having the stress of projects.
Yep.
A lot of times projects are stressful for you and I in our relationship. And it feels good to take the money that we made and start investing it.
Mm-hmm.
And to just have our energy somewhere else. And at some point we'll be ready, because it's what we also love to do on
Yep.
many levels, is
Yep.
fix up a home and bring it back to life.
And we're
I
good
love,
at it. That's the
yeah,
scary
I love
thing.
designing, and I love choosing, finishes or thinking about space or whatever. And so it just feels good to be here. And I'm really, really surprised and also very, very happy that you're settling into that space as well.
Yeah, I a couple of things. I like to be really busy and active. So taking on a house project is fun for me for some things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now in this circumstance, if we were to take one on, we don't have to live in it. That was the hard part, was
True.
living in it, right?
True.
So we've created a position for ourselves where we can go work on the house, for example. And I like doing it, and you like doing it. We like we walk into a house that's trash and we go, oh my God, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Most people don't do that.
Right.
I also feel strongly that because we created such an opportunity from that other house, that we literally can wait and see what pops up and make choices.
Right.
I don't feel the pressure to get something. If we don't get something for 2 years, all right, we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
We're saving money. We're living basically rent free.
Right.
Maybe it doesn't check some emotional boxes for taking on projects, but we'll figure out some other things. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised at how comfortable I am in this condo. I'd also argue that if I didn't have Chicago, this condo would not be as comfortable.
Of course, completely
Yeah.
acknowledge that.
Yeah, so the fact that I can jump on a train like
Completely
I'm going
acknowledge
to
that,
today
yeah.
to get down there, have dinner with Alex and my
Yeah.
mom, mountain bike tomorrow morning, that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah, with your best friend.
Yeah, so that balances this out. I also, on a very emotional level, I'm glad that you and I are reconnecting. Glad that we don't have the pressure
time.
we planned our our anniversary trip last night. And it felt good to sit down and not think, well, how is that going to interfere with the money we got to spend on some shit in a house
Yeah.
we're fixing?
Yep. Yep.
So it's all kind of worked out. And to anyone who actually liked listening to our show, it's going to sound cocky because I talk like this sometimes. Sorry, not sorry that we didn't do the podcast. It was one of my favorite stories ever is glass balls, rubber balls. And
Yeah.
the analogy is really simple. It's sometimes even the most important things are rubber balls. You have to let them go
Yeah.
and not worry that they're going to break.
Yeah.
And the podcast became, as much as we love this and it
Yeah.
strengthens us, I needed a break from even the podcast. It was one more fucking thing on my plate that I had to do.
I know, it became a task instead of a enjoyment,
Yeah.
right? It was like, oh, I gotta work. It became
Then and
something.
for me personally, it meant sitting down and having to edit and spend 2 hours in that. And And that
Yeah.
would cause resentment of you because I'd say, well, you're not editing the podcast. I am.
Yeah, and I never will.
Right.
It truly.
I know
I mean,
you
this
won't.
isn't my thing.
I
This
know.
isn't natural
I get
to
it.
me, and it's not something I want
Yeah.
to learn.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of it depends on you. I just make a coffee and sit in this chair and start yapping.
Well, and if we
And
were,
you do everything else.
if we had producers and engineers to do this stuff for us, I think it'd be a different
yeah,
story.
someday,
Yeah,
right?
we'd put it
where
on
we
the calendar.
both just
we'd-
get to sit in a
Yeah.
chair and you send it
show
off,
up.
and yeah,
Right.
yep.
So anyway, well, this has been awesome. Do you
Yeah.
want to do a skin deep at all?
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Thanks for listening, everybody. Welcome back to the show.
All right, so the skin deep, the couples edition. This is the couples edition.
That's what it. By the way, this is something new for us. Is
There's the
we live
sound
closer
of the
to
city.
we live closer to the city of Milwaukee now, and so
It's 62 degrees out, so we have the windows
windows
open.
open and ambulances or fire
Yes.
trucks or polices. I'm gonna pick one, and you pick one.
Pick one.
All right, I got it. I'm gonna go first. Okay, lover.
All right.
Oh, I like this one a lot. Which one is this? Which edition are we looking at?
This is just, it's called the couples edition.
Well, no. The specific card deck. Oh, just couples edition.
Yeah,
That's
the
it.
couples
Oh,
edition.
They're all
Yeah.
couples edition, by the way.
It doesn't say anything.
Oh, just couples edition. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready.
Isn't that funny? Because
It
this
is.
one is
By the way, I love
long-term.
that outfit on you. I really do. I think it's really
Thank
cute. I
you.
love that color on you.
Aaron gave me this shirt.
Yep. So you've
Thank
got a.
Thank you, Aaron.
Can I get a little salacious in front of our fans,
No.
please?
No.
You have a green top that you wore to bed.
Oh,
with
it's
those
just a green
shorts?
t-shirt.
God damn.
You are a t-shirt guy. You are the t-shirt and cut off denim jeans.
Oh.
Like
When you wear that, but it's that color matches your eyes, so it pulls out the green in your eyes.
yeah.
So when you wear, what do you call that? A pastel green? Is that what it would be? Is it a pastel green? I'm not sure. I'm trying to think.
Sage? Maybe a sage.
It's a
green?
sage, or a pastel-y sage.
Maybe you're more sage.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what I am. But
That color is the same colored T-shirt you wear to bed with those little short
it is.
things.
Yeah.
Holy shnikes! It's very difficult to go
I
to
married
sleep.
the right man.
I can't sleep on my stomach.
Okay, go.
And we're back. I like this question. Which of my insecurities drives you crazy?
Sometimes you can get insecure about us or
In what way?
past relationships. How about that? You get insecure about any of my past relationships.
In what way?
You compare.
No, I don't. When do I do
Please
that?
tell me I'm the best at blah, blah,
Oh, no,
blah.
I just do that to
Please
everybody,
tell-
though.
Oh my gosh.
I do it to my kids. I'm the best dad, right? And Key's the only one that's ever said, I would have rather had Bill Gates or Dave Grohl. So you think I'm insecure about your past relationships?
That's what it feels like to me. Like you
Really?
need some reassurance. But if you're telling me that you're just joking all the time,
No, I'm
then I'll
not
look at it
joking,
different.
but I do know you talk about them in your sleep quite a bit. And you think about them often.
None of that is true. Okay.
I feel that insecurity is not born out of your past relationships, but out of mine manifested
for
through you.
Sure.
Manifested through you.
Well, everything that
That
we
somehow you're gonna
respond
something's
to,
gonna
right?
resurface that makes you go, oh, Jack's okay.
Mm.
That's more of me having doubts on myself. And it's looking for a reason. It's looking for something to
Yeah.
point to.
Yeah.
Good observation. I think that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
All right.
that. I like it.
I think I get frustrated because I think to myself, how could this man not realize how much I love him, how much I'm committed to him? I married the guy, for fuck's sake.
Because of all the men you still text.
Well, there's always room for that in a relationship. All right. Mine says, when was the last time I made you feel secure as a person?
Oh my God, you're kidding me.
That's funny that these are kind of
Right now?
related.
How about that?
Oh,
Yeah, right now. Just by
I
the
love
fact
that.
that you said, how can this man not know how much I loved him? You do say often when I get a little wanky, I married you, right?
Yeah, like, you need proof? Need proof? Look at this. The ring I almost lost in Lake Michigan.
We'll tell that story for
Yeah,
another time.
another time.
You're very good. It's funny we talk about this because when I have my moments of insecurity, we all do, right? And we're ignorant to say we don't as human beings. You, in fact, asked, how do I help you get out of this? Do you remember what I told you to do? You said when I have these moments, what works best for me?
Oh, little bitch slapping.
Yeah.
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 Like snap out of it. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, well, what's interesting, remember I told you I came across a couple's podcast and a clip on Instagram where the couple, we do this often. We'll have a moment of enlightenment in the car and go, that's a podcast app.
Yeah.
So these people were doing the same thing, saying, we're going to talk about this in our next podcast, but we were talking about why do men need to be kind of yelled at and motivated in order to do things. And it was in the context of their relationship that she had to ask him several times to do things. And when she finally elevated her voice, he did those things. And he said, well, as boys, we're motivated by our friendships, our coaching environment, our educational environment is typically one that we're motivated or inspired when we're yelled at. So when coaches say things like, nice job, you're doing great, we go, really? And when a coach goes, let's go, we tend to be inspired.
Yeah.
And so it's similar when I'm having a moment of insecurity and you go, babe, it's okay, you got this. It's a coddling where I want to say to you, go, fuck off, I don't need coddling right now.
Yeah.
And we're more effective when you say, hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Right? Don't you agree?
1,000%.
Yeah, it's a cool analogy,
I
though.
have said to you, I know I don't respond well.
Yeah, and I tend to do
to
that.
bitch slapping.
Right.
And I respond better to, babe, you got this. Everything's going to be okay. You're doing A, B, and C, and tomorrow you can work on X, Y, and Z. And you got this. I got you. And
at least between us, it's very gender stereotypical.
yes,
and that's okay.
Yeah. And it's really, that's kind of a newer discovery between us, I'd say.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, and we're digressing a little bit here. When I go riding with Pat, I tend to take the approach I have with you, because I spend so much time with you, that
you got this,
Pat, you got this. Come on. You got it. Right? When we're climbing up hills.
And now you've learned.
Well, I've learned that we start riding and he'll go, just pass me, because he can't climb as well as I can. And I'll say, just pass me. And I've learned that I go, fuck, dude, ride. Stop being a baby.
Yeah.
I use stronger words than that.
Yes. Words I don't like.
They're effective for him. Mm-hmm. And so recently when we went riding this past weekend, we're riding up the hill and he's like, you're catching up to me all the time on the downhills. And I go, well, then stop riding like a fucking whatever I said. And I went, and pedal. I'm like, you're bullshit. He goes, I don't have the strength you do. I'm like, oh, fuck you. And the next thing he goes, all right. And then he starts taking off.
Yeah. He responded to that.
Right. I went, oh, little Patrick got up the hill. And
how boys we should respond to shame and ridicule. Good Lord.
But we do. And then we get done. And he does say, a little over the top on little Patrick. I went, well, brother, it seemed to work. And he goes, no, I think you had fun with it. I went, I did. But I think my insecurities, I need that. I need you to jolt me that way.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe we got the same exact card.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're doing this again. It feels comfortable.
Feels great.
Yeah, it feels like a big weight off our shoulders. And I know my mom listens to this podcast, so I'm going to end here.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said this before to you yesterday. I said it quite emotionally. I am not religious. I am atheist all the way. And yet I do feel someone is looking out for us, that someone has our best interest at heart.
Yeah.
Because while we've had some challenges for sure, the road keeps unfolding in front of us.
And yesterday, who did you feel was looking out?
And my dad.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel my dad is truly doing his best to smooth the roads for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
And I know if my mom's listening, she's going to be shocked. Not going to church, Mom. I'll go with you, but I'm not going to church. So on that emotional note,
All right.
how about that for jumping
That's
back
good.
into the podcast?
That's good stuff.
Babe, as we like to always end. Peace.
You just listened to another episode of the Jack and Kathy Shit Show. All recording, engineering, and production provided by us. Connect with the podcast on Instagram at Jack and Kathy Shit Show for more insight into our shit show of a life. This episode is proudly brought to you by Pint Productions.
Point.